Hello there, Julian from JulianTechTM. Over the years of reading comments and DMs from you, I realized y'all been making mistakes. So I made up a list of all the common mistakes that Singaporeans make about PC building. First mistake I always see is people shopping at one store at Sin Ming Square without checking other prices. If you want the best deals, you're gonna need to find and compare prices. One from online stores like Lazada, Shopee, Amazon. Then check websites from custom PC stores like Aftershock. Then going down to Sin Ming Square and checking multiple stores on the prices. Yes, it's gonna take some time, but it's the only way to save the moolah. You can watch my How to Build a PC where I go more in depth on how to shop in Singapore. And also how to build a PC lah. Second mistake, buying a GPU just before a new GPU launch. And buying a CPU just before a new CPU launch. Buyer's remorse sucks. To avoid it, stay up to date on the latest launches. Even if, for example, you want to buy a GPU, let's say the RTX 3060, and you're not looking to buy the 4000 series, it's worth waiting as well, because once the 4000 series comes out, the 3000 series will drop price, especially on the second-hand market. Third mistake I see a lot of people do, big waste of money. Buying an OC CPU with a non-OC motherboard, or buying an OC motherboard with a non-OC CPU. I think it's quite simple. Why buy a CPU that's overclockable with something that's not overclockable? At the end of the day, it's not overclockable. Same thing for GPU actually. Why do people buy RTX 3080 Ti and buy a 1080 monitor? Such a waste. Now we get into the building phase. But before that, 48% of you are not subscribed. So please, if you enjoy the channel, subscribe. I post videos every week. Don't forget to like, comment. It really helps out the channel. And we go to number 4. Not taking your time and not reading the manual. I know we Singaporeans very kiasu. We want things fast. Sometimes we don't read manual, we think we're good. But if you don't read manual, you need to do double job. Because the last thing you want to do is miss a step or adding the wrong things in the wrong order for you to have to remove it at the end. For example, if you add the GPU first, you're not going to have a lot of space to put your other connectors. You have your USB connector, audio connector, front panel connectors. In an open test bench, it looks like there's space. But imagine if it's this. Look, there's so little space. How are you gonna add anything below? And for the manual, even till now, I still read case and CPU cooler manuals because some cases have unique features that you won't know unless you read the manual. And for CPU coolers, all of them just come with different mounting brackets and different system of mounting it, so you need to read the manual. Fifth mistake, not removing the plastic of the CPU cooler. I definitely did not make this mistake 3 times.
Are you sure about that?
Nope, but this mistake is one of the most annoying mistakes because everything seems fine except the CPU temperatures. Only for you to realize you haven't removed the plastic film of the CPU cooler. You have to remove the CPU cooler, then clean the CPU, all the thermal paste, reapply the thermal paste, and then add back the CPU. Save some time, just take out the film.
Just do it!
Mistake number 6, installing RAM in the wrong RAM slot. There are first priority slots and second priority slots. A typical 4 RAM slot motherboard is the second and the 4th slot from the CPU socket. Placing your RAM in the wrong RAM slot can cause performance loss or even get blue screen of death at random times. Some motherboards even prompt you to change the slots if you insert the RAM in the second priority slot. Again, I show you, see, second, 4th from the CPU. Understand? Next common mistake, installing the GPU in the wrong PCIe slot. This mistake is not detrimental, but to get the best performance out of your GPU, you want to add the GPU at the topmost PCIe slot as that has the most PCIe lanes. Technically, this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 PCIe slots. It's easy to know not to use this slot, but the long PCIe slot can be mistaken. You would think it's the same performance, but no, it's not. Mistake number 8, mixing and matching PSU cables to PSUs. Never do that. Using other PSU cables on your modular PSU is a big no. No. How many times I want to say no? No. If you do it, there are 3 outcomes that can happen if you do this. 1, it actually works. 2, no power delivery, means nothing happened lah. Or 3, it damages your components permanently. Are you willing to take that risk? Myla, don't do it. Don't do it. Mistake number 9, buying a cheap PSU or even a second-hand PSU. Unless you're doing a fun budget build, don't buy a cheap PSU for your $2,000 budget, $1,000 budget PC. It might run good for the first year and then damage your components the next year. What you can do is check the PSU tier list online on what to avoid. Mistake number 10, placing your PC in a bad location, especially in Singapore where our weather is hot and humid. You want to place your PC somewhere where there is good ventilation and never put it in one of those cabinets that looks like you can put a PC. No. Some bonus mistakes. Placing the HDMI to your motherboard instead of your GPU. You bought a GPU. Use it. And lastly, buyer's remorse. This somewhat contradicts the second mistake. But once you buy, don't need to look back. I know it sucks. You bought a GPU for $2,000 last year and it's $800 today. But it's just how tech is. Sometimes I see people waiting and they just don't buy anything. If there's gonna be no new launches anytime soon, just go for it. But yeah, these are the 10 common mistakes that I see a lot of people do. Let me know if you made any of these mistakes or if there is a mistake you made that is not on this list. Comment down below. I hope you enjoyed this week's video and I hope to see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe. 48%, remember, I know you're watching. Thank you for watching. Subscription is free. And I'm done.